Yeah, dude. That was my that was that was my first ever club gig, and my first ever main stage gig was when I played at Avalon for it was for Thomas Gold, but this was a hella late set. I played at 3 a.m. and there were still a lot of people at the time, and even that when I played during that set, I feel like that honestly I feel like that was the biggest highlight of pretty much my whole DJ career, just playing main stage at Avalon. You know, it was 3 a.m. and it was still fucking packed.
Yeah, I want to say big shout out to everyone that sticks around for the late sets, man. Because I know, like, even just like if you get there early, or like even if you get there like a little late, you did a little pre-gaming, like around 11, 12. Like, I feel like just like that's when the human body starts like wanting to like kind of just calm down and go to sleep. And so big shout out to all to everyone that goes and supports artists at late sets. And then this is equivalent to opening sets too. Like, if anyone's playing an opening set, you show up there, like by the time the door opens, like honestly, that's like some really like real love right there for sure. Yeah,
we definitely appreciate that. Showing up early for our sets, and also sticking around even for the after hours, because, you know, after hours go till 6 a.m. or 5 a.m.
Sometimes they go till 12 till the afternoon, bro.
Afternoon?
Yeah, bro. I've been at afters where I was at an afters, and then like around 5 a.m. I was like, oh man, because I didn't drive there, and like there wasn't any Ubers for me to go home, and the homie was like, oh bro, you could just like sleep in my room. I was like, all right, cool. And then I woke up like at 11 a.m., bro, and there was still DJing. There were still people like drinking, playing BP. Shit. I mean, it was like at an Airbnb, and I was like, ah, damn, like, okay, I gotta go home. Like, I don't even know if I want to stick around longer, because maybe I'll just end up sticking around longer. And like,
y'all are wild.
Yeah, that's some like after shit, bro. Like, that's certified afters. Like, if it goes all the way to the noon, all throughout the next day, man.
Yeah, that's too much for me, man.
Yeah, I've played a couple times like in LA. Like I did what was that, Avalon? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had like that other room,
the upstairs room.
Yeah.
Bardo room. Yeah, something.
Yeah, that was cool. Didn't really like the way like the promoter was handling shit.
Oh no.
I mean, I've had my fair share with like promoters. Like I've mentioned it with like early episodes where like I worked with this company called White Elephant. Pretty much like a knockoff brand of White Rabbit Group and shit. That shit was ridiculous, man. Like,
oh man, that's. Yeah, I could tell. I was like, wait, White Elephant.
Yeah, but it was a catch one, like, and yeah, man, that shit was just like, I was disappointed, man. Like, I was just disappointed, and when I played in Los Angeles the last time, it was in Hollywood for Borgor, and that was pretty tight though.
Borgor?
Yeah. Borgor had a set at the Academy, and I played up there at the stage upstairs, and that all the homies come out and play the lineup, and that shit was pretty tight. Yeah. I mean, but. You just gotta be careful though. Like, if anyone that's like wanting to get gigs like at these like venues, especially like in LA, or like I don't know how it is like in the East Coast or like in Midwest, but especially like in Southern California, like playing venues like Exchange, Avalon, gotta be very careful about like how these promoters like sometimes promise things, promise set times, that you know, giving you all these like requirements to like put the money in their pockets. And look, if someone wants to voluntarily do that shit and like, you know, make commission on tickets and, you know, fuck around and find out, I mean, go ahead and do it. But there's been stories where like, and then I've gone through the situation too, like speaking about like my White Elephant experience and shit, or like other like similar experiences with other promoters. Like a lot of times they'll be like, yeah, I need you to sell a couple amount of this certain amount of tickets, and you'll get this at time.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Like at the moment, it sounds cool. It sounds good. Like, all right, I could do this. They're offering commission, like fuck it. If it's $5-10 per each ticket, like I mean, it's money going in my pocket, right? And I believe that there'll be people coming out to see me, and then you do the requirement, right? And then next thing you know, they want to give you some stories about like, oh, like, well, it's you and 5 other artists on the lineup. Every other artist on the lineup sold the same amount of tickets. So if you want to get this, if you want to still get that set time I promised you earlier, you have to sell more, like sell more tickets than the other artists. And like that's just. I didn't like the way how promoters did that shit, bro. And like, I hate it. It's just more beneficial for the promoter to get more money out of these promoters or out of these local artists and DJs, because this at the end of the day, like most of these local DJs and artists in that stage, like they're just trying to play.
Right. They're trying to get some exposure.
And some promoters in LA and other places that maybe like in the East Coast, for all my other artists that like live in global or like not in Southern California. You know, they take advantage of these local DJs and artists because they know these DJs and artists want to play, and like they'll like just milk them out for like so much money, like making it necessary for you to sell like a certain amount of tickets. And I'm pretty sure you've had like a similar experience like this too. And like it's just, I feel like there's just like promoters out there that just need to find a better way to like understand that like local artists and DJs that worked with others, like they'll talk. And like I think reputation is key, and like it's good to have like a good reputation on your name. And like over time, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't play with this promoter because like that's just how it is. And like they don't really care about like promises and shit like that. Just worried about like just squeezing as much like money out of you in terms of all that ticket sales. And you've had that, yeah. I'm pretty sure you've had that similar experience. And you just gotta watch out for promoters. Contracts are important. If you guys don't have a contract for like booking, I think I definitely would recommend it. Just to save you like some time, save you money, and more so just kind of look out more for yourself for sure. Because promoters are trying to take advantage. And LA, I mean, shit, they don't give a fuck.
LA, they don't give a fuck, dude. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's definitely a big problem in the music industry right now. But yeah, like, you know, like Husky said, you just watch out. You know, you gotta be careful.
But I will say, Southern California area, I feel like my experience with other promoters, or most promoters in an empire, hasn't been that like predatory compared to like LA. Like you've played shows with Odyssey in retrospect, and I feel like a lot of those promoters as well, like they just, I feel like they've gone through, because a lot of those people are DJs too. Yeah. That throw the shows, and so I feel like they've gone through the similar experiences, and like they try to like not mimic like those type of predatory behaviors like on the artist, because they know how that felt. And that's why like I kind of like take in mind too, and I don't make it a requirement either, like especially when I throw shows for low end. Like you'll never catch me like telling the artist or the talent I book like, hey, like you need to sell this X amount of tickets, like if you want to get this set, and then make people try to do like a King of a Hill type shit for that, like who could get the better set, sell the better tickets. I just think that's like, it's not the way to go, you know. And like when you just want to have a good show with great vibes, and at the end of the day, that's just for me, I think that's just wrong, like what promoters do, like with like local DJs and artists just taking advantage. And big shout out to all the promoters in Inland Empire for sure, though. I like to say leading as a better example. That's how promoters should go about like treating their talent and like and all that for sure. But contracts too. Remember, don't forget about that shit. Gotta have a contract. And an EPK and a website. Trust. You just gotta have all that shit. Because just recently Instagram and YouTube or Instagram and Facebook were like, remember that one day it was like all shut down, like everyone was like freaking out. People had releases, albums, and like, you know, if you had a website, you could still read or if you at least have like an email list, you can still like send out that message. But I saw a lot of that frustration, and I saw a lot of the I mean, you just always gotta have a website and an email list, because that's just gonna save your ass whenever, because you never know when Facebook or Instagram are gonna go down, and that's like your only way to connect to your fans. Like you just gotta have like, I know I'm annoying with that shit. Website and an email list. That's just like always stay connected with your audience 24/7.
You know, there's a documentary about that day when the internet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like when the internet went dark or something like that.
It was just Facebook and Instagram,
bro. You have no idea how much people are fucking connected to that shit. Like
companies, like big companies, just, like relying on that shit.
I seen an interview where it was just an old lady, bro, and she was like, "I thought the world was gonna end. My Facebook didn't work. I thought the internet was down because these old people just go on Facebook app, bro." Like, they don't go on, like, their Safari app, straight to the Facebook app. And if that shit's not working, they're like, oh, fuck, I don't got internet. Like, that shit's crazy, bro. Some people are fucking tweaking out about that shit.
Yeah, everyone goes crazy.
I mean, Facebook's important, bro.
Yeah, if you're a music artist or you're a creative that does creative work, building a portfolio, and you know, are looking to get booked, or you know, having music releases or making announcements, and you have a fan base, that it's just very key to have a website. And if not a website, at least like an email list, like just to still stay connected whenever I guess the internet does go dark. Or you'll end up like the old lady, like, you know, the shit's about to end on some fucking Don't Look Up shit. Debatable movie. It was alright.
Yeah, it was alright.
We were just talking earlier. We were talking about Scream.
Yeah, we were talking about Scream.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was alright too. I mean, but not gonna top the original.
Not gonna top the first. Yeah, definitely not.
Hell no.
What do you guys think of sooner or later? I feel like this is gonna happen, and I think it's already starting to happen. But getting gigs in the metaverse.
In the metaverse?
Yeah. So like you're DJing for a party in the metaverse.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sorry guys, I'll be right back. It's about to be 8:30. I need to put on my Oculus gear. I'm about to DJ for Domino's at the Metaverse Section 8, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
pretty sure.
excited. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that happen and see like the transition of like being able to play now gigs digitally and not having to leave your house, but still have that interaction because you got like the what the necessary gear to like be in the VR metaverse.
Bro, and they're already starting to like pay people to work specifically in the metaverse and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. They're paying you in like Facebook coin or some bullshit like that, I think.
Bro, I'd be so down to like DJ at like a residency in the metaverse. Imagine having a residency in a metaverse club.
That'd be
so
dope.
bro, it'd be
You don't have to get out of your room.
Exactly.
I'm getting meta drunk, dog. Hey, you gotta take a meta Uber. Wait, what the fuck? I'm gonna just take out my Oculus. That's a scam.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Meta Uber.
Hey, it's cheap.
Now that's a scam, bro. If you're in the metaverse and they're like, "Hey, bro, you're drunk. You need to take an Uber." Like, nah, bro. I'm gonna just have to take out my Oculus, man. Fuck you.
All right, what if they had like a meta EDC, right?
Word.
And they're all right. Let me pose a question for y'all.
Okay.
You have to choose between DJing at EDC, but there's only a crowd of like 1,000, not even maybe like 200, 300 people in the crowd.
Like opening set type shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or DJ in the metaverse and
Peak
have
time.
like peak time, 100,000, like over 100,000 people watch you. What would you pick?
Hey, I'm gonna be straight up. At least for me, what's the pay for like each? I mean, that's a factor for me. What's the pay in each? If
Same
I
pay.
already done, okay, same thing.
Same pay, but one of them you're getting paid in Facebook coin.
Facebook coin.
Coinbase.
And this is this year? Like this is this year? That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. Honestly, nothing beats the real thing.
So you're gonna go with the real, okay?
That's a good answer.
I believe it.
Yeah, because I don't know. It just feels weird that you're DJing like in front of your wall or some shit. But just having an actual crowd right there, whether it's 200 or even 50, like I don't give a shit. As long as there's somebody there, that's good enough for me.
Okay.
Now that you mentioned about DJing in the metaverse, then like you're like saying like it's nothing like the real deal being actually present with these people.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if like the crowd control and like body energy will like you'll be able to feel like that same like energy because I feel like there's always like that energy synchronization with the crowd when you're playing live, and I wonder if like this it's gonna if the DJ themselves are gonna feel the same and the crowd themselves are gonna feel the same because that's really interesting. I think it might be a little different to DJ in the metaverse.
I'm gonna be honest. I would go with the metaverse just because, in general, I'm already a bedroom DJ. Like, if I would consider myself a DJ, bro, I would really consider myself a bedroom DJ because I love just coming on the turntables and stuff like and mixing like off that and shit. So if I could get paid doing that on the metaverse and be in front of 100, 200,000 people, I'm doing that. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to drive all the way to Vegas and deal with fucking EDC traffic and shit like that.
Honestly, that's when you give off your best energy too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't blame you either. I don't blame you either.
I'm a little drunk. Like I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you're in the zone in your own room. I definitely feel that though, bro.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Hey,
that's just me. That's just who I am as a DJ.
Playing EDM Confessions in the metaverse.
Hey,
right?
Yeah, let's fucking do that.
Yeah,
shit.
you ever play EDM Confessions, bro?
EDM Confessions.
It's a game segment we do.
Oh yeah.
It's on Steam.
Yeah. It's on Steam.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you thinking out here?
It's coming.
But
Hey, you
yeah,
can't get the physical
copy.
copy. And we know there's computer gamers that want to do, shit like that, card games on the computer and shit. But it's a segment that we do here on the Spotlight podcast, where it's pretty much like our version of Cards Against Humanity, where you get placed in certain scenarios, and you pretty much answer like what you would do in that scenario, or you just get like a pretty much a question, and you just have to answer it like to how you want to answer that. You can grab those cards right there; they'll set of cards for you, and I have one for myself too to ask you. So,
all right.
So if you want, just so you get a feel for this, you could ask me any of those cards, and then I'll give you an answer. Right. I'll let you know what goes down.
All right. So, what would you prefer, light show or headbang?
All right, so that's our version of truth or dare. So light show being truth, headbang being dare. So you're basically asking truth or dare.
Truth or dare?
Yeah. So truth, bro. Light show. I'm gonna get a light show, bro.
Bro, one of these days we gonna catch you slipping.
You always put that
one
card
of these days,
every round, bro. When you gonna learn?
He picked dare one time, and he was like, "Just know I'm not doing anything crazy." It was a base tactic. A base tactic. It was like, "All right, just show your beer then." And there was only like this much left in his beer. He's like, all right.
Ask me any question, bro. I'll answer it.
Make it a hard one.
To be honest.
All right. Let's see.
I can't tell you my ghost producer though.
Okay, I'm curious. Like, how did you come up with how long did it take you to come up with your DJ name?
My current one?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I had to make that transition real quick because at the time, I was Litster. Like that was my name before Husky. I was called Litster, and something happened with like my SoundCloud where like it just got removed, and at that point I was like, fuck, do I want to just like recreate another SoundCloud like under the same name, or do I just want to just like rebrand and just go with a different name? And like for me, I was like, fuck, I really just need to like make this shit happen, this name change. And I think it took me like a day, bro, like where I was like, I think Husky like is something that I want to go with, and like I just got on some Huskies, and I was looking through like spirit animal definitions, and I feel like the spirit animal definition of the Husky like really connected with me. And it's like so much to that definition. Definitely look it up for sure. I mean, like one of it too is like, if I need to, I could go out by myself and like handle shit. But also if I need to be like a team player, like I'll be a team player type shit. So I feel like that's like one of the characteristic traits of that spirit animal that kind of relate to me, and
That's like
and there's a lot more to it too, but yeah, like I love Huskies, and I just feel like I was like, all right, I'm gonna just change the Husky word, make the Y into an I, and that's just gonna be me.
Yeah, and he's like 0.0003 Native American, so really connected with him, bro. The spirit animal.
Yeah. And this was like 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was 2016. My house party DJ name was DJ Twitch. For you, that was DJ Homer. For me, it was DJ Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
And then I went from like Koala. Oh, I went from like Electrics. And then I went to like Koala. Then I went to Litster. And then that whole thing happened with my SoundCloud. Like,
Litster was getting traction. If we're gonna keep it 100, dude, he was like gaining a lot of traction on SoundCloud. And at that time, SoundCloud was the place to go for like EDM.
And my production wasn't like that. Like
it was pretty good.
It was good. It was obviously rookie level type shit. Like this is like the first.
It sounded good though, and everyone heard the creativeness in it, and you could just see like a bunch of people just going to his page, and within like a few months, it gained a lot of traction. And then
like I had just gotten over 1,000 followers, and that was like my biggest feat. Like, oh hell yeah, dude, I got 1,000 followers, and then
it was a remix, right? Or like some remixes?
I think I had posted like I put it on private, and I was like, dude, they still flag
I didn't know they
shit?
would do. That's some bullshit.
Because I was like, look, if they flag it, I'll just take the vocals out and still make it whatever. But I guess this is when SoundCloud was like really getting more involved with like DMCA strikes and shit. And then they were like, you know what? Even when people upload their shit private, like we're still gonna let our fucking AI like try to recognize it and like give you a strike, bro. I don't think they're doing it right now. I don't think they're doing strikes anymore, bro.
They're not doing that anymore.
Because I've been seeing a lot more other screenshots where it says that for the meantime your track has been deleted, but there's like no strike. So I'm not sure if this is like really true, but I remember when I think I recently did a liquid drum and bass track. I want to say 2 years ago during pandemic. I had like the weekend vocals, and they had marked me like, hey, your track's gonna get removed, but like there's no strike. So I think they kind of removed the whole like strike things, because I think a lot of people were complaining that like they were getting their profiles like taken down and shit, and like I guess they're just not trying to hear none of that shit.
That happened to Sudden Death. That's why he switched to Spotify, I think. he was talking shit on SoundCloud real hard, saying that he worked hard building up that following on his SoundCloud, and he put all his music on there, and he paid for that shit, and you know, just for it to be deleted because of that third strike, he was so pissed, dude.
Yeah, it happened to a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
That was a good question, though. All right,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna give you a question now.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna look through this. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this one for sure. I like this one. All right, bro. You're throwing a rave. What are you gonna call it?
You know what? I've actually talked about this with my sister. What was I gonna call it? I think I was gonna call it Zoo House, something like that.
Zoo House.
Just to have that, you know, it's kind of like Electric Zoo or whatever you call it, but I call it Zoo House, but with all house artists.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, sounds fun as fuck. Keeping it like animal theme and stuff like that.
Yeah, just keeping the animal theme going. Just that whole little jungle vibe is what I'm feeling right now. But
and then you'd have like real animals and jaguars in there, and you're feeling like
I wish.
Hey, don't let no one Scarface that shit and take the tiger out of the cage or
it's
shit.
a whole safari experience and shit.
Yeah, but even other than that, when I got into bounce music, I decided fuck it, BMF. Bounce Music Festival.
Hey, that sounds
that
dope.
too.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, would I be able to pet like ghosts and shit at the at your festival?
Nah, Zoo House, you gotta pet the DJs, bro.
Pet the DJ.
Oh yeah, we'll get some pony rides
Here's some exposure.
out too.
Here's some exposure.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's tight. Yeah, that's pretty tight. Yeah, and then like you probably you get tired, walking around from stage to stage. You got camels right there. Yeah, you want to rent a camel? That way you can take a camel ride from Bass Rush to the Bass Con stage. So many ideas you could do with that.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty tight. Have you thought about where you want to do this? Like the location? Like, is this outdoor, indoor?
I think it'll have to be definitely outdoor, but
California, Florida. Thought about that? East Coast, West Coast. Or not in the States, like somewhere, some other fucking country.
Honestly, I would say, and I would really want to do it in Ibiza.
Oh, okay.
Like Spain or like you said earlier, Belgium too. Belgium is a good area too.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Go ahead and ask me another card that you haven't.
And I bet in Belgium too, they wouldn't have like the U.S. regulations, so you might even be able to get like real animals and shit.
And 16 plus.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's drinking age in Belgium. 16.
True. Everyone's getting fucked up.
Mexico, the drinking age is 5.
The kids will love it.
True. No, you're right.
Yeah. All right, bro. So, all right, you're in charge of a stage design. One of your stages at EDC. Tell us about your stage design.
Oh, the Bass Mansion.
The
haunted Bass Mansion. Yeah. So it's just a haunted mansion, kind of, and like, flying goals everywhere, like the what's it called, the tombstones. Like you make it very like horror like you would see like on a haunted mansion type shit. Yeah, like I think it'd go like more like, and especially like now because like this week I've been more like into horror because like we had just watched Scream and I was like I was just rewatching all these Scream movies and I was watching a couple like horror movies and I've been like in a little horror vibe lately, so I think I'd go with, like the haunted Bass Mansion and like give it like that aesthetic. Spider webs, maybe a big spider like on a big web like by the side of the stage.
That's not a bad idea, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro,
that's actually a dope idea.
Fuck out.
Hell yeah.
Don't trip people out, bro.
In an actual mansion when you're DJing in there?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that'd be so sick, bro. Like, you know how at EDC they have some of those, like, not stages, but, like, houses and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, they had... I'm totally blanking on all their names, but there's areas, they're like small little clubs, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine just having, like, a big old mansion just somewhere at EDC, and you just walk in, and that'd be a dope ass stage or something, you know.
And it has like Halloween vibes, kind of like in a sense.
Haunted mansion vibes.
Like haunted mansion vibes, yeah.
That'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah. Heard it here first on Lose the Tempo. All right. So if you guys want to get that idea, you know where the root was.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because they be out here. They be out here pickpocketing ideas, fam.
Yeah, on the bounce.
That's my dumb ass for saying out loud though. But yeah, bro, the haunted base mansion.
Dude, hell yeah.
2025
at EDC.
True.
I'm so down.
Shit, bro, everywhere.
Everywhere. Fuck it.
Fuck it, bro. If you got the paycheck, right?
We don't gotta wait till.
We'll just put the mansion on wheels and shit. And take
mansion
it
on
wheels.
wheels. That's funny. On wheels. I mean, we'll do it on wheels tour. You know,
what was that?
that?
No, Monster House.
Monster. Oh yeah.
There you go.
I fucking love that movie.
All right, I got you, bro. I got you on the card.
All right.
All right, bro. Like you're playing a show, you're about to get up on the decks, and like you just found out your USB doesn't work, bro. But guess what? You got some time. You got to call somebody to like lend you a USB. Like who would you call like to lend you a USB for that night? And it could be anyone, bro. A particular friend, personal, or maybe an artist. Maybe you want to, ask a specific artist. And like, there's no range, bro. Like, there's no limits. Like,
it could be anyone,
bro. You can even, like, for example,
you
you
have
call
a magical phone, and you could call anybody up for their USB.
It's got everyone's phone numbers.
Anybody in the industry.
Damn, that's a good question. Shit. I'd probably... Okay. I'd probably hit up Mala.
Mala?
Yeah. Because, well, like I said, he's one of my top 3. And if I... Like, just my, style in particular, I feel like his music would fit in with mine.
I feel you. That's dope. Hell yeah. So bass house shit, of course. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bass house, deep house, all that.
I know you don't really get too much involved with EDM Confessions, but I actually want to know your answer for this too. Like, if you were to like find out your USB stopped working and that you need to call somebody, who would that person or artist would be for you, Robert?
So right now I'm really into like the UK bass music and stuff. I'm super heavy on that, and I don't know much people personally that mix it, but I do know one dude. And he's the one that really like opened my eyes to that whole like genre and stuff. So I'd hit a Martian for his USB, bro.
Oh, Martian?
Yeah, hey,
Martian?
Bro, let me get you USB because I just know he keeps up on all that shit, and I could just rely on it. Like, cool, I'll know some of the tracks on that USB for sure.
And he'd be on SoundCloud, so and like, you could rely on him to get the tunes.
And I've heard his sets, and I know his cue points are on point, so I'd be straight, bro. I'd be straight.
For sure.
All right, shout out Martian though. You go and check out his episode. Hey, do you know Martian?
I think I was on a lineup with him once. I think you were on that lineup too.
Oh, it was that one show where I was taking pictures like for you and Retrospect.
Was it the No Vacancy show?
Oh yeah,
No Vacancy.
That's right,
No Vacancy. Yeah.
I played a bunch of trap that day.
Hey, you were trapping out, bro. Trap arms were in effect for sure. All right. But yeah, bro, go ahead and ask me the last question or the question you haven't asked me yet, and we'll get to announcements.
All right. So, create a name for a new EDM genre.
Ooh. This one's hard, man, because I like a lot of genres, and I like to like find like genre combos that I would think would fit pretty good. Now I think because this is like already deep house in a sense, but I feel like I would probably go with like lush. I'll just call it genre lush, and it's
Lush.
like very slow, like deep house, like liquid drum and bass sounds, like but like 120 house, but like liquid drum and bass, like synth influence, and it's like more chiller. It's like on that like.
Lush. That's
I don't know. Just call it lush. Yeah, like I make lush music. It's like
not a bad name either.
It's like liquid house at like 120, 122. Kind of closer to like mid tempo, but yeah, for me I think it'd just be lush.
Lush.
What's good, James? In the building, bro. Big shout out. Where's Edward at?
Taking the poops.
Oh, for sure. Hey, big shout out to James. What's good, bro? Shit.
You guys look good.
Yeah, I like the beanie, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, bro, I think lush. I would call that lush. So like liquid drum and bass, like synth influence house at 120.
Yeah.
So like slower. I guess slower, much more melodic deep house.
120. Yeah. I also fuck with 120.
I'm a lush producer.
So you just created a genre?
Yeah, lush.
Lush.
Yeah. All right, bro. I got the last question for you. And oh, damn, true. Oh, it's getting hot in here. So what? Hey. Least favorite show gig you've played at?
Ooh.
Damn, you said you laughed like there were so many or something. Bro.
I feel like DJs have a fair share of like gigs they do, and it's like, oh man, this was just disappointing. This was ass.
All right,
I believe it.
This one happened. I'm sorry if I offended anyone or anything, but you know what? I'm just gonna fucking say it. Last year I did a show. This happened last year.
Okay. Oh shit.
And I thought this was gonna be like, I was all pumped up for it. But the thing is, it was on a Wednesday, so in LA too. So I was like, fuck. So it's gotta be worth my time. And I play at 10, so like fuck it, I decided to go. Too. Yeah, I decided to go, and I'm all looking for, and I'm there, and I'm all looking for the venue, and I'm like, where the fuck is this venue at? And I pull up like literally behind a fucking Pizza Hut, and the gig is right there in a office building.
Where in LA is that? Like, is it like in Koreatown? Oh, that's where a lot of those LA gigs be happening as a Koreatown.
Yeah,
right by where the. Yeah, by where they shit could get kind of.
Yeah, I could get kind of. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, bro. But yeah, it was in Koreatown. It wasn't in the bad area like we were talking about right now. But yeah, it was literally behind a fucking Pizza Hut, and I played. And I remember one episode, like when I was watching your podcast, you were playing in an alley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there was just to kind of bring up context for those that didn't watch that episode. I had got booked to play a house party, and I was like 16, 17 in San Bernardino, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I pulled up to the address they gave me, and like I'm like, oh, there's a house, but like on my maps, it's like showing me like this like little alley, kind of like like in LA they have like that like where people like be taking pictures, like the water like goes down through that. Last scene of Blood In Blood Out, they're right there and shit.
Yeah.
It was something like that similar, but obviously a bit smaller, and they wanted me to DJ there. Like they didn't even account for like, oh well, like how are you gonna get the electricity for me to like play music and shit? They're like, oh well, we just thought you probably bring like your generator or some shit. Like, nah, bro, like you guys told me I was gonna be at a house. No, but what ended up happening was that I guess that house I was like right next to that like little like spot. I guess like the homie was like, oh nah, we're not gonna do it here, but we could just like have it right here in this spot. And I'm like, nah, bro, like it was.
Fam, so I remember going with you for that gig.
Remember that shit?
We were supposed to, I guess, we were young, right? And I guess the people that booked us too were really young. And I guess the person that booked us for that gig didn't tell their parents they're gonna have a fucking house party or something like that. So they tried to have it in their front yard at first, and then their parents was like, nah, you guys gotta go, because we had started setting up already in like the front yard, and they're like, oh okay, nah, just come over here to the alley over here, y'all be good, you'll be good. And we were like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like, you tripping.
And I did it because like I've worked with this person, like he has paid me out to do it. So I was like, at this time I was like, all right, cool. Like, you want me to come over here? I'm with it. Like this is a pay. But like it's kind of, especially when those house parties when they charge at the door, that's how a lot of times they pay out their DJs. And when I asked for like my pay when I was leaving, I was like, hey dude, like I'm not gonna obviously charge you full amount for this shit. This is disappointing, yes, but like I'm not gonna be an asshole like that. But I need to leave with some money. He's like, hey, look, bro, honestly, I don't even have like even half of what I promised you, because I was expecting to make the money off at the door, and I was like,
what shit. Door, fam? You're in the alley.
No, but
and this guy and the parties that I did for this person prior, like they were popping, and he was making his money at the door. He'd pay me out, and it was cool. But this one, it was just a flop, bro. Like it's just. Tell your parents, bro. Like, just tell your parents we're having a party, or just have it somewhere else where they're gonna tolerate the bullshit.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, I always asked for my money up front. That's it, or no deal.
No, I mean, you gotta learn that the hard way sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, it was like around 2012, 2013. So back, we didn't really have services like Cash App or
we didn't have any of that.
We had the Square, bro.
And like this was like a young person, so like he didn't really maybe have like access to link his card to like PayPal, because I was already set up, bro. I had already a bank account, so I was like, dude, I'm down to get like electronic payments, but sometimes these fools just want to deal in cash. And sometimes they don't want to meet up with you before the show or the party to like pay you. It's like, hey, you either trust me, you show up, you play, and I pay you, or you don't trust me, and I get someone else to do it for cheaper. And it's like, all right, send me the address.
I need that 150.
Oh yeah, but
got to the office building.
Yeah, like I said, and I thought I was gonna play inside, and they took me, like I said, straight to the alley outside in the back. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. I thought the lighting was pretty good there. You know, I like the little alley vibe right there, but it was already like, you know, I got there like around 10. My set was about to begin, and they haven't even set up the table or anything.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, oh shit! And so they show up, and I knew the guys too, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. They got here, I'm gonna help them set them up myself. Shit. And like I brought the table and everything, and like it was all set up, ready to go. Like even before 10 already, and it was already ready. Everything set up, and then like this dude realized this. Fuck, I forgot the controller.
What the?
The very thing you need. The very thing you need to mix the music, to play the music,
right?
To connect the speakers.
Yeah.
He's like, I got an aux cable.
God damn.
Yeah. Honestly, like, yeah, I was so fucking.
And where did you like drive out from?
Well, like I said, from Santa Ana. I'm from Santa Ana.
Okay.
So you were in Santa Ana?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was like a 45-minute drive, but still, dude, it was a fucking Wednesday night too, and I had to work the next day. And
damn,
by the time he showed up, like, you know, I didn't even get to play. That's it. And I remember like there was some DJs from Vegas that showed up to play this event too.
It's
and
crazy.
I'm pretty sure you know some of them too, but like they came all the way from Vegas to play, and just to know that the controller doesn't use record box for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck?
What controller is it?
I don't know. It must have been a
new
Mark 1 or something. I don't know.
You gotta hook it up to virtual DJ and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, but yeah, that show was not only a mess for me, but everyone else. And plus, that shit got raided early. The cops came there.
Oh.
And was that the fate of that particular company or like collective that threw that shit, or they're still around doing shows?
Like I think they are still doing shows, but I think, like you said, they probably rebranded because of that issue. But other than that, I think they still are doing shows, but not as much as they used to. Like,
all right,
yeah.
Got you.
And it's crazy because that story, you hear so many of those stories from a bunch of similar, or a bunch of DJs and stuff like that. What's like some tips or advice you give to people to kind of stay away from, or like signs, red flags you see from promoters or people trying to contact you for gigs? What do you like try to look out for?
First off, if they're already asking you to change your set time, that's already a red flag.
Yeah,
that's when you know that it's already unprofessional right there.
True.
Mm-hmm. And also, honestly, that's pretty much the biggest red flag. If they change your set time, or if they, like you said, if they asked you to go B2B with some random person too.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's basically like a disregard for like what you do or what you had already set in plan and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
Like, you already sold tickets for this show. Like, you can't, like, you already sold like all these tickets.
We already had an agreement.
Yeah, we already had an agreement. You already gave me my set time. You know.
I feel you. Yeah, that would fucking.
And fuck that. We're looking at you, LA promoters.
I
don't give a fuck.
All these stories
right here on
LA,
this temple.
dog.
We're looking at you, LA.
And you
We're
know
done
what's
making
crazy?
you money, bro.
Like, you don't. Well, personally, I haven't heard stories like that from like other scenes, like in Colorado and stuff like that.
Nah, bro.
Or in Houston, like you don't hear that shit from out there. But for some reason, LA is a big like scamming place, bro. I don't know. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We got to learn how to get around it somehow.
Yeah.
Or we just throw better shows, bro.
And that's the thing. You just do your shows and you take care of your talent in whatever way they want to get taken care of. You know, whether it's like paying them out, giving them the slot that they want or they feel like they deserve. Like, it's just you know, not being an asshole, bro. Because like some other promoters, they just don't care about, like, you know, maybe how they talk about somebody, or like, you know, them switching up your set time, or having to like do predatory behavior, like tactics, like, oh, you need to sell more tickets if you want to keep your set time type shit. Like, that's just ridiculous. And I've gone through that. You've gone through that. A lot of people have gone through that, and it's just, I'm just glad that a lot of us here in the Inland Empire are you know, taking the better stance and being a better example of like, hey, you know, it doesn't have to be like that to throw a good show. Because I feel like these LA promoters just rely on these local DJs and artists, take advantage of them, and be like, hey, you need to sell these tickets or else people are not gonna pull up. And that's just them relying on their talent to like pretty much sell the show for them, become ticket salesmen. And no shame. Like LA promoters need to just
chill, man.
bájale poquito, you feel me?
No mucho. But I definitely feel that, bro. That's why I love spinning with Retrospect a lot, because, you know, like they say, they don't really push us like on we don't have to like these are always free shows, so they don't push us to sell tickets. So you know, all they do is just tell us, you know, just post the flyer and that's it. You know, tell everyone to come.
I think that's the difference with like some collectives or stuff like that. You could tell Retrospect does it for the culture, dog. Like straight out for the culture. Like not a bunch of people are just gonna get together at a venue and just listen to a bunch of fucking bass heavy music, because they're very like bass heavy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like they do it, like you said, it's free shows. They're not really seeing much revenue from anything, you know. So like that's a good, I feel like, characteristic to you want to see in people, you know, getting you for gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also shout out to Retrospect too.
Yeah, big shout out to Retrospect, shout out to Chance, everybody, Sloth, Swoop, the team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Discotheque gatherings too, Discreet.
Yep,
because that's another party division of Retrospect. So big shout out to Discreet and the whole team over there.
Oh, yeah.
They had their weekly series
yesterday,
Hideaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a show last night. Yeah. Wow, we should stop by.
What the
bro, we should stop by.
I'm pissed, bro.
And you know, and we were walking to Edwards Hotel. Like I had seen one of the artist managers, and he said what's up to me. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
He's a part of Elation, Will. So he was like, Will was like, hey, bro, you should have like. Were you at Retrospect, or were you at disco gatherings and the Hideaway? I was like, I wasn't.
What the fuck were we doing, dog?
Hey, but we went to Oro Vista and we saw the homeboy of ours from back in the day. Dog. He was playing he was very diverse with his selection. Like he was playing the slaps, bro. Like Mexican music, hip hop, EDM, playing some tech house. Like I think when he saw us, he was like, all right, I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna see what's good.
EDM shit, bro.
And honestly,
the whole vibe
I really like that because I feel like he did take that consideration and he made room for that.
At that point, we were part of the crowd, so he was just doing some crowd control.
And then when we were like feeling the energy, like a lot more people were getting involved and like
facts, bro, facts.
That was a DJ. Big shout out to DJ Fonz.
Oh yeah.
You can catch him like every other Saturday, or usually Friday.
He's there tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Every other Saturday at
downtown Riverside, Oro Vista. Big shout out, bro. Thank you for the Spice account too, bro.
True.
That's
and the drink ticket.
A lot. Cyanide Panda, bro. We're here in the ending segment of our podcast. What's some announcements that you like to announce here on Lose the Tempo that you haven't maybe shared throughout this duration of the podcast? You had mentioned that you got some Speed House tracks coming up. You want to give at least 6 tracks for this year?
Yeah.
Any EP, like an EP out of those 6 tracks, or anything that you just haven't mentioned?
Yeah, low-key been sitting on an EP for a while, and also want to complete that as Cyanide Panda. But also for Shadow Realm, like I said, I want to at least get 5 tracks out this year, and at least have like a couple more for the summer too, because summer is gonna be popping this year. I'll tell you that.
Big facts.
Yeah, but other than that, like show wise, like I think I might have another show in February, not sure yet, but I'll definitely let you guys know. Like just look up on my on my fucking Instagram, on my SoundCloud, and other than that, just the new announcements. If you guys haven't been to the last show that I played at, I did a preview of Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm is pretty much a 3-man group, pretty much 3 Animal Faces. And pretty much where we're going with this group is we want to bring like a new pretty much like bass, heavy bass, you know, kind of music, like mixing up dubstep, hardstyle, a little bit of hardstyle, and rhythm, definitely rhythm, and like we said before, speed house.
I'm ready for that speed house shit.
That's a very interesting combination. Yeah. I believe it. I mean, we got a little preview of it a week or 2 ago. Sounded good.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, bro. And then in the summer, you said that's when we'll start getting a lot more of the Shadow Realm productions out as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Summer. Guys, you're cooking on the summer anthem, aren't you?
I'm ready for the Shadow Realm releases. I want to see like because it's 3 of you. I want to see like all your minds work together because I personally know Sloth, so it's like I want to see what he creates and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm real interested in all that, so can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm very excited for. You know, I just want to see what we can all come up with. Like you said, it's not 2 heads, it's 3 heads this time.
Yeah, sick.
So, hell yeah, dude, I'm super excited.
We might have to have both projects, bro, at a Low-End show soon.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. We'd be fucking honored to play, bro.
No, I mean, we're already back in season, bro. Let's do some shows. I just announced the show for Low-End today. We're having Not the Father coming down to downtown Riverside.
Ooh.
He's had releases on Bite This, In Rotation,
yeah.
Box of Cats, Dirty Bird. I mean, he's definitely
Dirty Bird.
Yeah, he's definitely a pretty dope house producer to check out if you're like getting into house, tech house, G house too.
G house.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to have him come out and gonna be doing a lot of bookings over this upcoming month for Low-End. So, like I said, man, I was really impressed with your performance retrospect, and I think the Low-End audience might have to get that, bro. So we're gonna keep in touch with that for sure.
Dude, hell yeah. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
And thank you for coming through to the podcast, bro.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man. It was real dope to get to know you, the project, your other project, which is Shadow Realm. I mean, I'm really excited for that coming out this summer with the productions. And yeah, much love. And much love to everyone on YouTube and SoundCloud for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. This was the Spotlight Podcast with my special guest, Cyanide Panda. We appreciate you guys' support. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Leave a like on the shit. Leave a like. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Hit the bell alert button. And stay notified, because I'm going to tell you what, we've been looking at our analytics, and 80 to 70% of our total viewers are not subscribed. And shout out YouTube for the analytics, you feel me? And yeah, hit the subscribe button. I mean, that's effortless. I mean, even if you don't fuck with us, it's just a click of a button.
Takes a couple of seconds.
You could have already done it right now. You could have already done it right now. What you waiting for? But thanks for tuning into the Spotlight Podcast here at Lose the Tempo. We appreciate you guys' support, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Y'all take care and have a good night or a good day, all right? So, thank you, Cyanide Panda. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah, I got you, bro. Thanks.